Hey everybody, it is Motzei Shabbos, which means it's after Shabbos, after Shabbat. I'm on my phone. I've already said Baruch Hamav Yom Kodesh L'Chol and all the good other things. I'm about to make Havdalah. I just wanted to kind of share what my Motzei Shabbos, my post Shabbos, the first thing I do during the week, what that's like. It's like personally one of my, besides Shabbos itself, it's one of my favorite times because of Maleva Malka. We'll get into that later. But right now I'm going to make Havdalah, and this is the basically making Hamabda, making the separation between the holy day of Shabbat and the regular mundane days of the week, the 6 days of the week. Sunday through Friday. Okay, let's get into it. Let's see here. Okay, let's make this happen. I make it standing. Just in case anybody's. Okay, here we go. Let's make this happen. Okay. We have a candle here, trusty multi-wick candle. We have some wine. You can't really see it. It's in my coffee cup, but there's some wine in here. I don't know if it's good or not, but we'll see. I mean, it's like very old wine, but whatever. And some cinnamon. Okay, let's go. Make it happen here. Let's wake some of that up. Okay, let us. Okay. Let's go. Hine el Yeshua sim evtach v'lo yevchad ki azir zimras yo Adonai vayhi li Yeshua Ushavtem mayim v'sasoin mimayne Yeshua Adonai Yeshua lamcho v'chasecho selo Adonai tzvos imanu v'zkavonu Yaakov selo Adonai tzvos ashrei namutech bach Adonai Yoshio HaMelech Yaneinu V'Yom Koreinu LaYehudim HaYisrael V'Simcho V'Sasoi V'Ikar Kein Yeh Lanu Kos Yeshuo Yizesahu B'Shem Adonai Yekra Savri Baradan Baruch Ato Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Boirei Puri HaGafen Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei minei v'samim. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei meorei ha'esh. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamavdil ben kodesh l'chol ben or lehoshech ben Yisrael le'amim ben yom ha'shvi l'sheish yomei ha'maseh Baruch Atah Adonai hamavdil ben kodesh l'chol. Now we're going to go learn. Hello. I've not done this before, or giving a class over the phone. But what I'm going to learn, I'm going to be giving over Reish Pei Beis, which is the Kutei Moran Reish Pei Beis is 282 Torah in the Kutei Moran. Written by Rabbi Nachman ben Fega of Breslov. Just for some context here, This Torah is all about seeing the good in yourself and others, trying to attach yourself to that good point inside of you. This is something very important today because there's a lot of negativity brewing, a lot of difficulties in the world now. I'm sure everybody watching this knows that, whatever. So let's dive in, shall we? Okay, Rabbeinu starts off, he says, know this. Meaning this is something we have to not just to know in our minds, right? It's one thing to just know something intellectually, right? Like some physics or whatever, some facts, some cool fun facts of this thing or whatever. But it's another level, which really what we're trying to get to is to know it in our hearts. Right? There's I don't know, Chazal say, I don't know where the source is, I'm not good at the sources yet, but there's a Chazal that says the greatest distance in the world is between man's mind and his heart. Right? It's one thing to know something intellectually, one thing to just know it kind of like a surface value, but another thing to integrate it and to live with it and to keep it almost in mind. Keep it in mind constantly, every moment of every single day, and that's the avoda. That's the work we have to do. Fine. So, says there's a necessity to judge everybody on the side of merit, right? There's two ways of judging somebody. There's judging somebody as what do they call it? Right? That the what's it called in English? Somebody who what's it called? The person who is the conviction, whatever, I don't know what it is. There's the convictor and there's the defendant, right? What's the other opposite of defendant? I don't know. The person who's trying to get the person in trouble, and there's the person that's defending them, right? In a court case, that's there's the two sides, right? There's the defense, and then there's the other one. I'm forgetting it off the top of my head, but I'm sure you guys understand what I'm saying. There's one that's trying to help the person in a case, and there's one that's trying to convict them, right? Right? You cannot make this is a line from Rosh Hashanah that I do know, and basically it says there that the convicting party cannot be made into the defending party, right? So you can't. It's either one or the other, right? You can't be I'm for them, I'm going to help them and all these things, and then whatever it is. Let's say some person, right? Say your friend or your coworker or whatever. You say I'm on their side, right? You say I'm for them. I'm going to help them out, right? But then you can't be doing that and then at the same time going behind their back and telling somebody, hey, did you hear what this person did? Did you hear what so and so did? Right? Because then you're becoming the convictor. You're becoming the person who's going to get them in trouble. Basically, you're not trying to help them at that point. You're going to be getting them in trouble. So it's you can't have both. It's either one or the other. Either you're going to be helping them, right? You're uplifting them, supporting them, whatever it is, trying to look in their favor and their merit. This is really what this is all about, right? Looking for the side of merit and not for the side of whatever, conviction. I don't know what the other word is, but whatever. Fine. So it says, basically it quotes from Pirkei Avos. Yeah, it says everybody needs to John Lechafskus. It's in the first chapter of Pirkei Avos, of Ethics of Our Fathers, and it is the 6th Mishnah, right? Aleph Vav. There's even somebody who is completely evil, right? So it's saying we have to judge somebody favorably, Even somebody who is completely evil, Russia Gamor, not just a Russia, it's not just like somebody who's evil, but somebody who's completely evil. Somebody who's like evil to their core, right? But we're gonna see later that their core, within the core, there is the good point, which is we're gonna try and bring out. That's what we gotta do. We need to search and to find in him or her, whoever it may be, in them, something good, right? This goes for everybody. The good person, the middle person, the evil person, right? Right? There's like the Rasha, and there's the tzaddik, and there's the Beinoni, right? There's like the evil person, and there's the tzaddik, there's somebody who's a righteous individual who's like only does good, and then there's the person in between. Right now, we're in between, right? We're the Beinoni, right? And so we need to find, right? Most people are not completely evil, and most people are not completely good, right? There's a balance there, right? There's an in between, and what we need to do, every one of us, I'm speaking for myself, speaking for anybody listening, or whatever. If you're listening and not listening, put it out there. Take it or leave it. Will change your life and everybody's life around you. We need to find in them the good point, some type, some little thing that's good in them, something that's good, some little bit of good. That in this thing, this little piece of goodness, right? Let's say you have like a coworker or not a friend, but like let's say like you have like a classmate or whatever, somebody you like, you do not like working with or speaking to or whatever, like you really don't want to run into them. Basically, it's like you like trying to avoid running into them because like they have like put up bad vibes, whatever. Let's say, okay, that person. This is my my suggestion for all of you watching this. If you can, in that person, whoever they get on your nerves or whatever, they don't do things the right way in your eyes or whatever, or in anybody else's eyes, so even if they're Russia Gumor, right? Even if they're so evil, completely evil, everybody, not evil, but like nobody's really evil. That's what this is all about. That person, if you find in them something good, find some good point, something to be like, to like a redeeming factor, let's say, in them, right? When you find this thing, that good point, let's say like let's say somebody, they always get on your nerves, they're always giving you a hard time, right? They're always like even no matter what you do, if it's good or bad or whatever, they're called like, what are they called? Scoffers, right? Somebody who's a scoffer is very, very bad, very bad meat, a very bad character trait. Scoffing is very bad, right? So it's like say you do something good, then they're gonna be there and they'll be like, oh yeah, like they're gonna like whatever, have like the last word, of trying to have the last word about it and try and make you like feel bad for doing some good thing, you know? If you can find in that person, let's say even a scoffer person who's like trying to put you down for whatever you're doing, right? If you can find in them something good, right? Bring that out. That you then look at them as that good thing being their essence. Instead of saying like they're this bad person, they get on my nerves, they always give me a hard time, whatever, don't cut me a break, right? That person, try and find something good about them, whatever it is. Maybe they take time to they pack their lunch a nice way, I don't know, or they always, their desk is always organized, or I don't know, they're always on time. I don't know what it is. Just something good, anything you could possibly find. You need to search and find. Meaning, you got to think about this, right? It's not gonna be easy for us to just like simply see somebody and that we don't like, somebody that we have an aversion to, and to find something good. So that's why Rabbeinu Rav Nachman is saying l'chapes v'limitzoy. We need to search and find. It's not just a matter of just like looking for it. It's like not a matter of like seeing something. It's like you need to like, this is going to be an effort, right, to do. It's not going to be an easy thing, right? But in that thing that you find that's good, they are not evil. They are not against you in that thing, right? Whatever that is. They make their things, they're organized, right? The desk is organized, whatever it is. Fine. that through finding this good thing in them, and you judging them favorably for this thing, right? Looking at them at this thing as a good thing, and being this is what they are, instead of saying all this other surface level nonsense, right? They're like, oh, they always get on my nerves, or they're always like, they take my lunch out of the fridge or whatever. I don't know what, like you name it, right? You can think of examples. But you look at them as what they are, what the good thing is, not as what the evil, the bad thing, whatever it is that gets you all riled up. Right? Look at the good thing. That when you do this, when you take the time, when you put in the effort, and you look for the good thing in them, right, whatever it is, you're going to now elevate them to the side of merit, right? In your mind, they're going to transform as this person that's always out against you, whatever it is, always giving you a hard time, into somebody who is meritorious, and then and then they are going to be able to be able to do tshuva, right? Meaning they're going to be able to better themselves, right? You're looking at them, you're seeing them in a positive light, is now going to, because before let's say you look at them as a negative energy, whatever it is, a convictor, right? Like you're trying to you're like, oh yeah, well, this person does this, and they said this, and that one time they did this thing, and I didn't like it. I want to have nothing to do with it, right? That right there is shutting them, putting them in a box, in a circle, right? In a circle, it puts them in a box, and now they, in your mind, are that thing, right? That's their label, right? They're this person that always gets on your nerves or whatever it is. That becomes, in your view, in your mind, right? Our thoughts and our words create reality. That's like a claw. That's a principle. That's people can understand that, right? When people say like speaking things into existence, or manifesting, or like law of attraction, whatever it is, whatever you want to call it, it's real, right? Energy, whatever you put out, you get back, right? Call it karmic effect or whatever, right? But if you're seeing somebody always in a negative light, then they're always going to do that thing, right? If you expect the worst to happen, guess what? It's going to happen, right? If you're expecting this thing is like whatever it is, like oh, I hate whatever it is, I don't even know, right? But you have some affinity to dislike a certain person or a certain thing, then anything that they do is going to automatically get on your nerves. Doesn't matter what they're doing, right? You have this predisposed to putting them in this negative box. Then there's no way for them to do anything good in your eyes, right? So that's becomes, it's not, then basically it's flipping the script, right? It's saying it's not their fault that they're affecting you. You're almost in a way letting them affect you, because you're creating this world, this reality where they're completely evil, right? You're looking at them as a Rasha Gomor, looking at them as a completely evil person. When you take the time and you search and you find in them some little bit of good, then that goodness that's going to open up the box, right? That's going to break the seal, so to speak, and allow you to start seeing them as good and better. And then when you start seeing them as good, you're going to start treating them better, right? Let's say a coworker, right? They're always getting on your nerves. They're always taking, I used to work at Domino's, right? It's there'd be people that are always they're waiting for the next order to come in, right? They're always some people are around the shop, helping out, cleaning or whatever, helping arrange the dough for the pizzas, or somebody's whatever. Saying even the drivers help out in the shop, to cook the pizzas and whatever, they do the toppings and the whatever, they put the garlic sauce on the crust, right? Everybody loves the garlic sauce on the crust, right? But some people are not doing that, and they're just waiting by the little computer system with the phone thing on it, and just waiting to take an order. They're hawks, whatever, waiting for the prey, and they're not helping out in the shop or anything, right? And so that was for me, right, looking back, it was oh, you see them, man, you could be helping out with other things. You could be helping process the order instead of just trying to wait to take a run to go deliver pizza, right? So instead of doing that, I could look at them, let's say, as being oh, they're the ones we can rely on to go and be delivering pizza, right? They're going to be there to take the phones, right? Some people never want to take an order, right? So that's not so good, right? So you can say, look at these people that are always waiting, these phone pizza delivery order hawks people, right? That are always waiting to take the next order, and be like, oh, well, they're very reliable people. They're going to be always on. They're going to be the first ones on the road, right? They're always be the ones to take the pizza. So that's good. You can look at them and say it's a good thing. Instead of saying like, oh man, like I wish you could be helping out. I wish you could do this or that, or whatever. Help around the shop, clean up, sweep the floor, whatever it is. There's flour everywhere, right? Say, okay, we'll clean up the flour. You make sure that the customer gets his pizza, right? At the end of the day, that's really what matters, right? Shop, we'll worry for the shop with later, right? So yeah, fine. That's probably a good place to stop for now, and we will continue this lesson later. But yeah, later on in the lesson, just to give you a little bit of like a spoiler alert, something to else to think about is right. In addition to looking for the good in other people, and in addition to looking for like damakafsos, like the point of tov, the little point of tov in somebody else, you have to also find that good within yourself. Right? If you put yourself in this box also, where we find ourselves limiting ourselves with our minds, right? All limitations are self-imposed, right? Really, we can do a lot more than we can even comprehend, right? But we put ourselves in these boxes and we limit ourselves. Whether it's out of complacency, comfort, or laziness, whatever you want to call it. We put ourselves in boxes, little boxes full of ticky-tacky. And that's a problem, right? So we have to find ourselves and look for the good in ourselves, and then we can open up doors and open up new opportunities for growth and awareness, and we should all merit to see the good in others and ourselves, and through that we will be able to lift up everybody, lift up the entire world to a point of looking at everybody on the side of merit, instead of the side of trying to convict them and trying to put them down and put them in the boxes and say, oh, you're like this, da 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 da. But we're to open it up and be like, wow, like they have like this really good attribute, they have this really good trait, whatever it is, and really kind of like attaching that to them, even complimenting them on it, right? Going out of your way to like, kind of like bring out that factor in them, right? Then that will allow them to change. So keeping them down, pushing them down, trying to allow them, lift them up, really is what it's all about. Okay, fine. So this is usually what I usually learn some Likutei Moharan or some type of Hasidus after Shabbos, and then after learning, I head over to King David's kever, King David's grave, tomb. And I go there and have some food and party. And so let's go see what's going on over at King David's. Here's some the food I had: some bread and salad and tahina. Yummy.